I'm going to give you 4 must-draft players in the early rounds of your 2025 fantasy football draft. These are players I try to come away with in almost every draft I do. Now, these are not going to be like round 1, round 2 players. You don't have control over where you could draft them, but these guys are round 4, round 5, round 6, all the way to round 8. So I try to get these guys in every draft. As you guys know, I've done a million drafts. Actually, it's like 175 drafts so far. A little crazy here, but I have all the data where these guys go. So before we get into all that, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit walterfootball.com for tons of content. We have fantasy rankings, sleepers, busts, cheat sheets, all updated every day. We have NFL mock drafts, picks against the spread. We grade every signing, we grade every trade, and it's all walterfootball.com. It's all free. So check us out. So you can see the name highlighted on the screen here. I'm going via Fantasy Pros ADP right now. I'll give you the best ball ADP, and I think this is a little behind, whereas best ball ADP is a little ahead, so you can kind of like middle it a little bit and try to figure out where this guy's going to go in your league. And just keep in mind, depends on the strength of your league mates. If your league mates are all idiots, you can get these guys later because they're going to be a little bit behind. If your league mates are sharp, then they might draft these guys a little earlier than you might expect in the dumb leagues. So just keep in mind, so you can try to figure out where you can get these guys. The number 1 guy is Trevon Henderson. I did a separate video on him about a week ago when he went nuts against Washington in the first preseason game, and then the second game he looked really good too with that touchdown. Henderson is the New England's third down back. Now, a lot of rookies, I've said this a lot, but a lot of rookies, they don't play on third downs because teams are really concerned about their pass protection. Henderson doesn't have those concerns. He's elite in pass protection. He might be a top 5 pass protector in the league right now among running backs. Like, that's how good he is. So he's already going to get the third down snaps. I think he's also going to get the first and second down snaps eventually. Now, early in the season, there might be a split with Ramondre Stevenson, who, by the way, is banged up a little bit right now. The Stevenson is not good. He was benched twice last year for Antonio Gibson. As we all know, Henderson's a lot better than Gibson. So I think that late in the year, especially in the fantasy playoffs, because that's going to be right after New England's bye. New England's bye is week 14. As soon as the playoffs start, like, Henderson's just going to go gangbusters because there's always a rookie bump. And I think Henderson's going to experience that. I love Trevon Henderson this year. He is sometimes my second running back, sometimes my third running back. I try to get 3 in the first 5 rounds, and usually he is going 4th, 5th round. Now, sometimes he might creep in a little earlier. Here, his ADP, it says it's 503 according to Fantasy Pros. I don't think he's going to go 5th round in many leagues before. Like again, now in your dumb leagues, he might go in the 5th round, but I think that he'll probably go 4th round. Like, he's usually going probably 403, 404, 405, somewhere in that range in best ball. So I think mid 4th round makes a lot of sense. I would be comfortable taking him late 3rd, early 4th, depending on who's on the board. Like, in the 3rd round, I try to get Kyron Williams or Marion Hampton. If they're both off the board, then I'm definitely going to consider Trevon Henderson here. So the next player is we'll get to Travis Hunter, who's going off the board at number 69 overall. So Travis Hunter is, I look at this as kind of just being ahead of the pack right now. Travis Hunter, his ADP is 609. So he's going late. And I think, like, for a dynamic rookie who's drafted 2nd overall, you'd think he'd go earlier than this. Like last year, we saw Marvin Harrison Jr. go at 112. So, like, what's the disparity here? It doesn't make any sense. People think that Travis Hunter is going to play a lot of snaps on defense, and this reminds me of some situations you see where the public is completely wrong, the narrative is completely wrong, and if you have the knowledge that the narrative is completely wrong, you can make out extremely well. I think back to, like, GameStop, for example. I was all over that back in 2000. I was telling people to buy like crazy. The people who said, "Oh, it's a stupid retail store, it's so dumb, you shouldn't buy," those are the people who got left behind. The people who saw past the narrative and saw my the reasoning for buying it, they made out really well. So this kind of feels like it's a strange example, but just hear me out. So people think that Hunter is going to be limited offensively because he's going to play a lot of defensive snaps. So that's not going to be the case. We saw that in the preseason. So Hunter played all but 1 snap on offense in his first game, And then when the defense came on the field, he was not playing. He did not play a single defensive snap with the first team. He eventually did play with the second team, but if he's viewed as a a backup right now or like a sub package player, like he's not going to be bothered offensively. And remember, the Jaguars gave up a next year's first round pick for him, so they're going to have to justify this. I feel like with Brian Thomas Jr. And Hunter there, I feel like the Jaguars are going to try to utilize what we see in like Cincinnati with Jamar Chase and T Higgins, or what we saw in Tampa before with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Like I think Hunter is just going to be a target machine. In 6 rounds, he seems like such a steal. Like every time he's on the board in 6th round and he's coming off 6 in best ball, I'm just smashing him every time. Like, it just seems like such an easy win here. I can't believe he's going 6th round. Like he was going 4th round when the draft was over, and I thought, okay, maybe a little early, but 6th round is such a steal. And even right now, just seeing what's happening with the defense, I think 4th round is actually like doable. But I'm happy to take him in the 6th every time. So we move forward to Ricky Pearsall. His ADP is number 94 overall, which is 8-10. Now he's going earlier now. I think this is a little behind, and like I said, best ball is a little ahead. So best ball, he's usually going like round 6. Let's say probably between like 509 and 606. Usually probably like more so like 603. That's probably his average right now. So I think in redraft leagues, he'll probably go like round 7 or round 8. But if people were paying attention to the preseason game they had against the Raiders, the Niners had against the Raiders, I think that like he's going to go earlier. In that one drive that Brock Purdy played, Pearsall saw 4 targets. He caught 3 of them for about 43 yards, and he almost had a touchdown. He's targeted in the red zone, but he ran the wrong route. There's a miscommunication. So if he caught that touchdown, it would have been even better. Like he would, on one drive, he would have had like 4 catches for 56 yards and a touchdown, which is insane. Like if you extrapolate that over a game where 2 drives per quarter, that's like 400 yards in the single game. Like obviously he's not going to do that. Like no player has done that, but like he's going to just be a target machine again, kind of like Travis Hunter. He's going to get a ton of targets in San Francisco. San Francisco, by the way, the easiest schedule I've ever seen covering the NFL. I've been covering the NFL for WalterFootball.com for 26 years. I've never seen an easy schedule like this. Their toughest game is at Houston. Like they avoid all the good teams. Even the Rams are down because Stafford is banged up. So Pearsall, I love Pearsall. I'm trying to get him. I used to be able to get him in 7th round. Then it was 6th round, and now I sometimes have to take him like 5th round if I'm drafting in the middle of it. I know it's early, but he's going to be a great player this year. And if you're worried about all the other targets, just think about this. Like Christian McCaffrey, we know he's going to get injured, and Garendo is not going to be as much of a factor in the passing game. George Kittle's 32. He might be on the decline. But Brandon Ayuk's not going to play until November. He's dealing with a torn ACL and MCL. And then Juwan Jennings has a calf injury that just won't go away. So it's going to be all Pearsall all the time for San Francisco. Try to get him as much as possible in all your drafts. The final one, and this kind of violates the early round according to this ADP, but Emeka Egbuka is going 6th round in best ball, sometimes even late 5th. He used to go 8th round all the time, and that kind of like what I said before, best balls tends to be ahead. So if he's going 5th or 6th round now, he might go 5th or 6th round in a couple of weeks. So just try to get ahead of it. If he falls to like the 7th or 8th round, try to get him. Again, it might seem like a situation where you have a team that has a ton of targets, but remember, Mike Evans, also 32, and he has a history of hamstring issues. Chris Godwin's not going to play for a long time. I've been all over this the entire spring and summer. Godwin's, I don't think he's going to play until November. Now, he's probably going to go on the PUP list. People are going to be thinking, oh, he might come back week 5. I'd be surprised. And even if he rushes back, he could suffer a setback. He suffered 4 injuries last year on that one hit that he took against Baltimore. 2 surgeries, too. Like, this guy's not even close to playing. And then Jalen McMillan's banged up. So, like, Egbuka could be the number 1 target at some point this year if Evans goes down. And if not, then he's going to be the number 2, taking Godwin's role. I think he's in for a big season as well. So I love all these guys. Try to draft Trevon Henderson, Travis Hunter, Ricky Pearsall, and Emeka Egbuka. I'm going to do another video soon talking about the late guys around 9 onward. But in the meantime, just please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit walterfootball.com for tons of content, and I'll talk to you in the next